to the Country Hipster Podcast. My name is Paul. I am the Country Hipster. That music you just heard was none other than the Unholy Four from Charlottesville, Virginia, and their mega fucking hit song, Dirty Knife. Check out the Unholy Four on Spotify, Bandcamp, Apple Music, YouTube, and wherever you can find the Unholy Four. Merry Christmas, everybody. Christmas was yesterday. Yay! Merry Christmas, everybody. It is, if you haven't already, go back and check out our Christmas episode, our Season 2 Christmas episode, which featured our...
watch the season 1 and 2 as well.
Well, watch both of them. I mean, you know, if you haven't watched them already, watch them again. And also, once again, special thanks to our friend, best friend of the podcast, Andre Darlington, and the Booze and Vinyl Christmas book. Go check it out. If you got your, you know, it's Boxing Day, right? Isn't the day after Christmas Boxing Day? Yeah. So if you got your gift cards and stuff like that, go to the link that we provided on the Christmas episode and buy Booze and Vinyl Christmas. Yes, we moved. It happens. We
thought it would be better branding you guys in the background.
We moved on.
I appreciate you branding us in the background.
There you go. Awesome. There you go. All right. Whenever you come down with the beers, we're good to go.
Speaking of which, do you want to talk about where we are today, Paul?
We are actually at. Well, I wasn't there yet, but
since somebody interrupted,
I'm editing all this out anyway. It's fine.
Thank you for making sure you have everything.
Thank you.
There's a pretty
Thank you,
direct
Megan.
where you guys
Yes. So, real quick, podcast-specific promo code, even though today is the day after Christmas, you can still use podcast-specific promo code SANTA to receive 15% off your entire order at OttsvilleRecordGarage.com. We are, once again, on location. We are at Naked Brewing in Bristol, PA. We're on the Mill Street Naked Brewing Bristol location. That's why we got the big Naked Brewing logo behind us. We're going to have our mystery beer from Naked Brewing again. So we were very happy that the people at Naked Brewing
Thanksgiving Eve happy hour 3 to 7.
Yeah, don't forget. It was like last month. You missed it already.
Yeah.
But make sure you check out Naked Brewing. Follow Naked Brewing Bristol on Instagram. And they also have their Huntington Valley, which is their original location. So check them out, man. Good stuff there. Good stuff. What did you want me to talk about? What were we talking about? Oh, just where we are.
Just where we were.
Okay, there we go. All right. So to my far left is my brother and co-host Adam. Adam, welcome back.
What's up, guys?
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Feliz Navidad.
Now, to my immediate left, in the middle here, is our Jack Black denier, the oldest of season 2, and the country sleepyhead, who also just had a birthday. Happy birthday to the country sleepyhead. Welcome, Zach, back to the podcast.
Zach.
Yep.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
You good? Taking Back Sunday. Tell your friends.
No. That's different.
We're not talking about Taking Back Sunday anymore.
Yeah, not anymore.
Taking Back Sunday's done. That was like a
how
while
long?
ago.
Yeah.
How long was that?
A while.
That's a while.
We were concerned.
Yeah. Well, concerned. We were really concerned.
And
See, there you go. Welcome back, our brother Zach.
How's it going, guys?
Go back and check out from season 1 the Taking Back Sunday episode, and you will get that whole entire bit there. Zach, how has life been since you've been sleeping for like 3 years now?
My beard. I didn't have a beard.
Yeah.
I think when we recorded last time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Things are good.
Things are good. Yeah. Cool.
Have you been getting stopped at your work for people asking for autographs since you've been on the podcast?
Oh,
Or they just wake you up at work?
I was working day shift. They had to move me to night shift
Because it was just too popular.
just because they're like, you can't work while the store's open. People, like nobody's buying it.
Nobody's buying shit. They're just coming and taking pictures.
The only thing they're buying is autographs.
Yeah.
And I'm making all that cash.
Yeah. Nice. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. It's about time you got some cash. So.
Yeah.
What's up with I heard the new season of Summer Movie Club is happening, and you're talking all about all the movies that Jack Black is not in.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
We're doing it. We put.
You're starting with School Rock.
Yeah.
Then you're doing High Fidelity again.
Yeah.
And then Mars Attacks.
We're doing High Fidelity again.
We're doing that one episode of the X-Files.
Yeah. For Christmas, we're doing what's that? What's the holiday?
Oh, yep.
And this is all the stuff that Zach is just basically say Jack Black.
Did
is not
you
in.
guys see the new movie he has coming out, which is a Christmas movie? Which I thought.
Oh yeah, where a kid apparently. I think I told you about it on the podcast. A kid with dyslexia.
To
Santa. He raised it to Satan.
Yes, you
and Jack Black is Satan.
Yes, you
I
did.
don't understand. I have to see more of it to understand why he then does Christmas stuff.
Yeah,
He's
He's still an angel.
Satan likes Christmas.
Yeah, why not? He likes the birth of Christ.
That's what I thought you were about to reference.
No.
The holiday. That movie is.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think we talked about that on the last episode that we recorded.
We might have.
Naked Bird.
Yeah, we might have. It's possible. It's possible. So, all right. So, we are here to talk about not taking back Sunday. We are here to talk about modern baseball. You're gonna miss it all.
Yeah.
Adam, this was one of your picks.
Yes.
Since all of my picks are done, and we know I have a giant D.
Yeah.
That you guys got to try to catch up to.
That's true.
Let's give me some factoids, buddy.
Not a lot of factoids. This is the second studio album for Modern Baseball, released in February of 2014. It was released on Run for Cover, and the band themselves produced it. Absolute Punk gave this album an 80%. It peaked at 97 on the U.S. Billboard 200. Peaked at number 15 on the U.S. Alternative Albums. And the song Your Graduation, which one of the singles from the album, appeared on Best of Emo Songs list on Vulture.
Okay.
As of by May 2016, which was the last updates per the Wikipedia, the album had sold 30,000 copies. Yeah, it's not, like I said, not a lot of factoids on the album.
Okay, that is only 29,000 more copies than Birmingham 6 Move On sold.
Yeah.
So we're in the same level there. All right, good. Good to know.
The same
Good to know.
echelon, if you will.
Yes.
But yeah, so yeah, this is actually a band I discovered through Zach, and if I'm not mistaken, an album I purchased through Paul.
Yes, you did. You should purchase it through the
I remember that's one of the benefits of being on a vinyl podcast with your brother who sells records is I can go and say, hey, is there a current pressing of this that you can get? And if he says yes, then I buy it from Paul.
What's funny is I think there's even a more current pressing that actually came out in November.
Oh, really?
Like a special edition of this. I think you got this like almost a year ago at this point. But I think they've re-released it again this past November. I have to double check that, but I'm pretty sure I saw that.
This and another album that I had that I purchased through you. Or did I purchase? I don't remember if I purchased that one from you. I think I did. But this was an album that if I had purchased it before season 1, probably would have been on season 1.
Okay, there is another one that you purchased from me. That yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember if I had bought that because I will say everyone
fucking jump stock in segments.
Every once in a while, Paul Paul won't be able to get something because it's out of press or it's just old as shit. So usually when I can't find something through Paul, I will find it through Discogs. So I can remember if I got that second one through you or not.
You did. Now here's actually kind of a cool thing, and I'm going to do my little commercial here. If you go to OttsvilleRecordGarage.com and you see something that's marked as sold out, if you click on a little button to the right, it's like this little banner. It's red, and you click on it, and it says "Notify me when back in stock," and put in your email address. I'll get an email that you want it, and then I'll order it. And as soon as it comes in, boom, you get an email saying, hey, this is in. So it's like pre-ordering without actually making a purchase.
Now, Paul, let me ask you a question. Yeah. Do they have to put like a deposit down or anything like that?
Absolutely nothing.
Just send you an email saying, I want this album, and you'll get it for them.
Yep.
God damn it. That's some customer service at the Ottsville Record Garage.
At that point, when it comes in, then you have to to actually buy it.
Yeah.
But, you don't have to it's like pre-ordering without putting your credit card information, basically. And that goes for anything that we have on there that's marked as sold out.
I love naturally occurring conversations that also serve to advertise things.
Yeah.
God, just when conversation just flows naturally.
It's good. It's good. We are not a slave to our sponsors. Now I feel like we need to do that like Wayne's World, like that thing. It is my choice. It's a new choice of a new generation.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a new print. Little, yellow, different. Yeah.
I'm wearing a full Reebok outfit.
Well, I mean, you are basically like dressed as a Philadelphia Flyer today.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, so yeah, this was my choice. Got it from Paul. Heard of this band from Zach. Probably would have been on season 1. And I don't have a lot of factoids on it because it's not a huge band, Philly-based band, so fairly local. As of right now, broken up.
That's what I heard. Yes.
This is their second studio album. I think they broke up after their third studio album.
I had a habit at a certain point of getting into bands right after they broke up. Like I remember I got into Taking Back Sunday, looked up information about the band and found out that 2 of the members had literally left like a week before I got into the band. I feel like I got into modern baseball like right after they went on, quote unquote indefinite hiatus.
So yeah, their third studio album, Holy Ghost, came out in 2016, and as of 2017, the band has been listed as on an indefinite hiatus.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So why'd you pick this album? Like, what about it? What's like besides the fact that you bought it from me and you were turned on to him by Adam? If you haven't noticed, our corner, or by Zach, sorry, our corner. Oh, look at that! Our corner troll is popping in, and we have another corner troll popping in right now. It's not really a corner troll.
I wouldn't call myself that.
No, she's the corner troll.
you wouldn't. But...
Well, you know, wow! You hear that voice off the camera there? We need to welcome.
I say, Megan, you're a friend of the podcast.
Yes, you're kind of like a cast member.
What?
You know the
Listen,
the country
this is a
hipster.
family podcast. Can you not fucking curse, please?
Yeah, Jesus.
God damn.
The Gen Z prospector who also has
These Gen Zers with their filthy mouths.
Yes. Now, Megan, you work here
I do, in
at
fact,
Naked
work
Brewing,
here.
correct? All right. So
Therefore, I get to choose your mystery.
you chose our mystery beer. You've chosen a few mystery beers for us.
I have chosen a couple, yeah.
Yes.
And
No.
all of them have been. No, I didn't pick the last one when you were here.
No, that's
no,
right.
Hannah picked that
Yeah.
one.
Now tell us, Megan, is this as terrible as the last time where you rimmed our glasses with spicy mustard? Or
Well,
is
I
this...
don't remember getting rimmed by Megan.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You got to buy her dinner first.
Oh, is that how it
Or you
works?
could contribute to the podcast 3 months in a row and
3
go on a
months in
date
row.
with her.
Which actually, by the way, I just found out
Yeah,
today. You have to do that real quick. because it's actually listener support is going away. Spotify has changed from Spotify for podcasters to Spotify for creators, and I got a message that listener support is going away. So if you want to get a date with Megan, you better just straight send us $30.
3 months worth of payments
So
right
just,
up front.
You give us $30 right up front, you get to go on a date with Megan. We're still doing that.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that had been
You're-
official in first place.
Oh,
I
no,
don't
no,
recall
you're-
agreeing to that.
We didn't say you agreed to it.
Yeah,
It doesn't
you're-
mean it's not official just
you're
because you
aware
didn't
now.
agree to it. Now you're very aware of it.
The Country Hipster podcast, better than Tinder.
Yes. I mean, it's worked out. It's worked out for Tom, right? It's I don't know. It's not worked out for you.
Nah.
Katie just loves me because of who I am, and you get a date with Megan if you give us $30.
I got a mattress sponsorship after my last appearance on the podcast.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Really? You did like a pillow? Are you like the pillow guy with the big cross on?
They did-
too?
I didn't even have to show up for anything. They just took a screenshot and just like turned it sideways on a mattress. And now I just rake in the butts.
You know what? I think we need to make that happen.
Yeah.
Like just
Just a picture of Zach on
image. All right, so Megan, you've brought us a beer here, and it's in a smaller glass, which leads me to believe this is a higher ABV.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a fancy glass.
It's a fancy
Yes.
glass.
And I am used to pouring the thing in that tap into a big glass. But it is not the same thing that is usually in that tap.
Well,
and I
you're-
was very, very quickly corrected, thankfully.
So wait, were you trying to give us this? And
I was trying
were
to...
you trying to give us the thing that used to be on that tap?
No, I was trying to give you this.
Okay.
But there was something else that used to be in that tap, and my brain went, yes, 17. That gets a big glass.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
And
Okay.
17 does not get a big glass any longer because it's not the same thing.
It's
as used
whatever
to be.
this
It's-
is.
A muscle memory
it's
kind of
this,
thing.
Yeah.
which gets the small thing.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So, just a quick question: is this another one of those fancy mixes you guys
It
do?
is not.
It is
mixed
not a
beer.
fancy mixed beer.
So this
Okay.
is just something straight.
Straight. And so this
Yes.
is currently on tap
It is,
at Naked Brewing in Bristol, and I'm assuming probably the Huntington Valley one as well.
most likely.
Yeah,
It's called Huntington Valley.
it definitely has a
shit.
coffee aroma to it. It's okay that you taste it. It's fine. We were all going to do a cheers and
Oh,
do it together, but
really?
fuck you.
I
no,
didn't know.
it's
I
fine.
tasted it too.
Yeah. Oh, you guys.
No
are
one
fucking
told me
dickheads.
Good
anything.
job.
Well, you were sleeping most
Yeah,
of the
Well,
time.
I was going to say
we
you
talked
did.
about it, but you were asleep.
All right. So, this is some sort of a fucking. This is
Wait, can we still cheers?
No.
no. Yeah, fine. Cheers. Sponsor. There you go.
Yay.
All right. I'm going to straight up say that this is some sort of a coffee porter.
Yeah.
Tom,
get on
Tom, what's up, buddy? It's got that like syrupy like porter flavor to it, which is not bad at all. Like
Yeah.
I actually like a lot of porters
That's
that have it.
Imperial.
It's an imperial. Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
That one tastes like big alcohol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is in fact big alcohol.
It is,
I
in
think
fact,
it's like
big
9 or
alcohol.
10.
That's like a 12%. Yeah, that's a lot.
Okay.
Megan, I have work tonight.
Yes,
I'm
Jesus.
so sorry.
No.
You signed up to be
I've
here.
already-
Do you remember what happened the last time Zach drank too much on the
Oh,
podcast?
I know,
I
right?
was already sleeping, and now it's gonna.
Now you just go back to sleep.
Oh,
So-
man.
so-
It is fucking good though.
It's very good,
significantly
and it's-
better than a spicy mustard rimmed glass.
And I will say it too for a big beer, which I'm not really big on big beers.
It doesn't-
It doesn't taste big.
No,
beer.
it doesn't drink like a big
You
beer.
know it's big beer because, like, as Tom, our off to the left there, our live studio audience, our country heartthrob, and our corner troll have pointed out that this is it's definitely an imperial. Is this an imperial?
It's an imperial
Not
stout.
gonna lie, I don't know.
You
I
don't
gotta
know.
pull up a menu. I
Okay.
picked it based on the name
Mm.
and the fact that people seem to like it.
Yeah, no, this is smooth. This is good. It's got like a
Good.
coffee, chocolatey.
Yeah, I say it's got like a little sweetness to it.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good, and it does, like I said, does not give me a big beer
No, it definitely
hit.
it definitely drinks like a lower.
Yeah, it
ABV.
does, which
Yeah.
can be. You know what? You know what this fucking reminds me of? Like something like. Hold on.
Which I've talked about on the podcast before. I've had a lot of people who don't
No.
like.
I know this. I know what this beer would be perfect. If I had to sit on a beach
Yeah, I'll drink
and
it.
just
all
like
day.
sit on a beach and drink it
Yeah.
all day, this is what I would fucking drink. Like,
Yeah.
if, I'm stuck on a beach.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to drink
Yeah.
all day.
I've said before in the podcast that like I've had a lot of people who tell me they don't like IPAs,
Mhm.
and the IPA that I recommend to them is a double IPA
I just
because
got
for some
fucking-
reason they drink smoother.
They do drink smooth. I just got like some cherry hit on that too, on that last. That
Ooh,
last
I gotta
taste.
tell you about some cherry I had yesterday.
What's that?
I think the cherry sounds right.
Okay, so what is this then?
Did you not bring a menu? God, you're the waitress.
I carried 3 beers at the same time.
It
and
wasn't-
didn't drop any
It
of
was
them.
impressive. There was a flight of stairs.
Yeah,
behind
there's a
us.
flight of stairs and some steps.
which was steeper than I was anticipating when I went down. I was like, oh, we're
Just-
heading underground.
So, since the 3 of you have drank here before,
Mhm.
even just upstairs today before you started, does this taste like something you've had before?
I have not. I have definitely not had this before.
Okay.
No, I
awesome.
definitely haven't had
I
this.
successfully picked something you hadn't had. This one
Awesome.
is called Headboard Dismount.
Nice. Okay, cool. And it's you're not sure of the style, the
I
exact style.
will come back with a menu.
That's a Belgian
momentarily.
strong
Yeah,
dark
I was
ale,
about to do
There
that.
you go. It's a Belgian strong dark ale.
listed as 11% ABV.
Actually, you're a country bartender. Get over here and just say that on thing. Even though you're not officially on this episode,
You do that. I'll go back to my job.
and you
Sorry,
gotta flip
I-
the record.
I looked that up on Untapped just now when she mentioned.
Yeah, that's
the
what
name.
that's
It
what
is-
Zach and I are doing.
Yeah, it is a
Thank you,
Belgian
Megan.
strong dark ale, and it was listed as 11% ABV.
Okay.
Apparently,
Which is pretty
as,
evident.
as of right now, only 8 people have checked this in on Untapped before.
I tell you what, man, it's delicious. It is very good.
Actually, let's
I
get.
usually don't go for this style.
We'll go into the
but
details.
It's very drinkable.
It says right here, this Banana Foster inspired strong dark ale is conditioned on a load of bananas, vanilla beans, and a nip of spiced rum. Flambe, baby. Flambe.
Nice, very good.
I don't know if it was
I like
a.
that. I could taste the sweet. I couldn't tell it was banana until you told that.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, now I get it.
I don't know if it was just like what do they call it when you when you hear something and like
Yeah.
But every word you said as I
You're
was
like,
sitting
oh,
there, I was
there's-
like, there's the banana, and then you said
Yeah.
vanilla bean. and
There's
I
the
was like, oh,
flambe.
Yeah.
Yes.
This tastes like it was on fire at one
Oh
point.
my God, that's rum. I must be Jack Sparrow. you know?
Exactly.
What's it called?
Headboard dismount.
Headboard dismount, which I, like to.
I
like
literally just searched it, but didn't check it in.
that. Okay. All right. Cool. No, that's cool. So, guys, check out Naked Brewing in Bristol and Huntington Valley.
I'm gonna get the laptop in my picture,
There you
so
go.
it's like a picture.
Oh,
with
look
a
at that
photo.
picture with a
LP
picture of a
in there?
picture.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah.
Look at that.
Ooh,
Look at
there
that.
we go. Get
So-
everything in
That's framed
focus.
up beautifully.
Yeah.
They got
good
some
job,
great
buddy.
beers here at Naked Brewing. They got great food here at Naked Brewing. They let me do pop-ups here. They
Staff
let
is
us do-
fantastic.
Staff is fantastic. Megan works here.
There's
as
currently
well as
some
everybody
beautiful
else.
artwork on the front windows.
There is.
She's
So
all right.
They have
yeah,
an interesting hot dog that is stuffing and cranberry sauce.
that was last month.
That was last
You-
month.
you
Oh,
slept
Not
through it.
anymore.
Yeah, that was only good till Thanksgiving.
Oh man,
Yeah, that's over now.
I missed Thanksgiving.
You make Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
You slept right through.
You slept right through Thanksgiving.
Just Rip Van Winkle the fuck out of it.
By the way,
I think I missed my birthday.
you missed your birthday, and
Oh,
if, I don't know if you realize this, but you're divorced now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Your wife got remarried.
I got a lot to.
Yeah.
I got a lot to figure out. When you're done with that notepad, I might need it to.
Yes, yeah, well,
I need to make a list of things I got to get in order.
You mean like your life?
It reminds me of
Apparently.
in Austin Powers when he's making a list and she's like, Mama Cass is like famous people and how they died. It's like Mama Cass is like, ham sandwich or something like that.
Oh, all right.
I can't believe Liberace was gay.
Yes.
I mean, women loved him.
Yes. All right. So tell me some more about this album.
Like my personal thoughts.
Yeah. Why do you like it?
It's this album definitely speaks to the emo kid that's in my heart. It's just I was saying earlier today that it's a Philly-based emo band, but Zach and I were talking a while ago about how we keep seeing reels on Instagram where people will be like, they'll take like dialogue from movies or like memes or something like that, and they'll start playing like Midwest emo intros over top of them.
Okay.
So like this is kind of like, it's like a Midwest emo band from Philly.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, it just I
like that Midwest emo. It actually makes a little bit more sense. Okay,
yeah.
Go on.
I like it. A lot of the reason why, another thing Zach and I talked about, you saw on Instagram, was about bands that like you're not sure if they're good because they don't like, you're not like, the way that they sound, you're not sure if they're good. And they mentioned Modern Baseball and Hot Mulligan. And Zach sent me it and told me that he felt personally attacked because it was a bunch of bands that he likes that they're talking about where like, we're not sure if they're good because of the way they sound. I kind of like them for that same reason where we talked about Bob Dylan in season 1, where like it seems doable to me.
Okay, yeah, no, it's funny because I have a note here. This band, this album, I did not delve into more of Modern Baseball. There's actually a lot of bands that this album reminds me of, this style of music. I'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
There's like a lot of different stuff I hear on it. It definitely when you said the Midwest emo band type of sound, that actually made a little bit more sense. Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I think the reason why I've gravitated towards emo music is just, like it's very relatable, like finding the girl you like, losing the girl you like, that kind of shit.
Like that in itself is why I have connected to Modern Baseball. I'll say outright, like this was the first time I've ever listened to a Modern Baseball album straight through.
Okay.
A lot of, I don't remember how I first found them. I feel like it came off of something connected to the Front Bottoms, because a lot of people I've seen will say if you like the Front Bottoms, you should listen to Modern Baseball. So it might have been something like that.
Okay. I'm not as so I was not familiar at all with Modern Baseball before this week. I'd heard of them. That was it. But I wasn't familiar with them. Front Bottoms, I'm a little familiar with, and I could kind of see the connection there.
Yeah. It's that very, I feel like, kind of how would you describe the lyrical style?
I think
it's
what
like
it boils
a very
down
like
to is
stream of conscious almost.
Yeah, like a stream, almost like a talking style.
Yeah.
Yes.
Vocal. Mm-hmm. A very like you said, they're not super worried about going with like an A-B rhyming structure. They're kind of going.
No, yeah, okay.
I got you. They're not super focused on that traditional rhyming song structure.
That's true. Yes.
I will say one of my notes that I've written down on the album, the song "Going to Bed." Just listening to it reminded, at least the first half of it, definitely reminded me of just an emo They Might Be Giants.
Okay.
But I think that's what you're trying to do.
No. It totally fucking is. Because so I'll just say it. So. Okay, I'm just gonna flat out say it. I like this album.
Okay.
Overall, I like this album.
Yeah.
Okay. So the bands I hear when I'm listening to this album, you got Violent Femmes, Neutral Milk Hotel, The Decemberists, They Might Be Giants, The Weaker Thans, which best friend of the podcast, Frank Turner, surprised me when he said he really likes The Weaker Thans.
Yeah.
I hear the fucking Weaker Thans in this. Airborne Toxic Event, Trapper Shop, and Aaron West in the Roaring Twenties. I hear that. I hear Bright Eyes. Mm-hmm. I even hear fucking Piebald in this thing. And the thing is, so all those bands have something very similar in style, and I think it's almost like there was a subgenre of emo that was created, and these bands all kind of, not like Violent Femmes, like they might be Giants because they're a little bit older, but they all kind of gravitated towards that, right? And basically, they all listened to "I'm Wide Awake It's Morning" and tried to remake the album in their own way, and have basically created the subgenre of emo called "I'm Wide Awake It's Emo."
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because it's that.
I could get behind that.
I would definitely say if there was a godfather of that Midwest emo sound, it would. You would have to say it was Conor Orbis.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But honestly, I think even the Bright Eyes stuff though is not as much as I don't really like Bright Eyes. Besides, I'm Wide Awake It's Morning.
Yeah,
it's not as pretentious, and it's not as whiny, and it's not as emo-y. I think Conor Orbis Bright Eyes does a little more. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I can never fucking say it. It's much more.
I wish Tom had a mic just off camera.
It is much more all indie rock than emo, I think, but it's definitely in that style. I don't particularly care for his voice, and honestly, these guys' voices, they kind of grate on me to an extent. It's that style of music, and the first band actually that I heard do this, that style of vocals with the kind of like that high, nasally, sort of off pitch, but on key, but maybe slightly flat, was Piebald. And those guys do it well. And a lot of the bands like that, even like Neutral Milk Hotel, fucking Decemberists for sure with their fucking goat sounding singer. Yeah. Like it all has that like goat sounding, man. Dude,
and not just that.
And
not just.
Am I wrong?
No. And
no, thank you.
Not just goat sounding singer, but also like. Listening to this, I was like, "Oh, somebody fucking definitely owns a thesaurus."
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. And the first thing I got from this right immediately when this started playing was the Weaker Thans. Like right away, I went, "Oh my god, this sounds like the fucking Weaker Thans." Which, when you take all those bands, right? You take the Weaker Thans, you take now Modern Baseball. Neutral Milk Hotel, some of these other bands that I'm talking about that are that similar whiny, and not like it's a different whiny than emo whiny. It's not a true emo whiny actually. I really don't think it is. It's more of a folky whiny. Mountain Goats you can put right in there with this, excuse me. Where the fuck was I going with this?
Never thought about them.
Yeah, it's a sound that I actually enjoy, but I will never seek out.
Yeah,
like a lot of these bands,
it's a strangely good description. It's like it's a sound you like, but you're not.
Yeah, and I don't hate it. I almost wish like I could just be like go to like some AI thing and say, here are the bands, blah 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 blah, and just have a fucking playlist pop out, and I'll throw that playlist on and I'll listen to it every now and then. When I'm in the specific mood to want to fucking like cry, not even really cry, just be like annoyed crying, you know what I mean? Sort of deal. And that's what this album and this sound in general is to me. Yeah. And again, I don't dislike it. I don't kind of talk a little bit shit about on it, but it's not meant to be like shitty. It's just how I feel about that general.
I mean, I'll say as someone who, this is the type of music I listen to constantly on a loop every day.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I don't think I need to listen to this album ever again.
Right.
There are 5, maybe 6 great songs on here that I will listen to over and over and over again. Uh-huh. They're on multiple playlists on my Spotify. But the other songs that fill in like the gaps between those songs,
you're saying 5 or 6 of a 12-song album.
Yeah.
Which is
well,
good. But like, I don't need to hear those other 6 ever again.
I almost want to put together a compilation album of like a bunch of these different artists, and just call it "I'm Wide Awake It's Emo" and like put it out there and have people buy it. And I guarantee someone who's not familiar with these artists probably thinks it's all one band.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I said, it's not. It's just one of those things. Like even the Weaker Thans, as much as I like the Weaker Thans, especially like their one song "Winnipeg." I just think it's a funny song.
Can you?
But like, but I can only listen to it so much. Do you know what I mean? Like, and then I got to change it. It's like no, I can't take this anymore. So, Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, overall, and that one song you mentioned, I couldn't remember the name of the song, but that's absolutely a fucking They Might Be Giants.
Yeah.
That's like, but as soon as I heard it, I'm hearing these other influences, I'm hearing these bands, and I don't even want to necessarily say that they were influenced by these bands. It's just kind of like when they went out to make something,
Yeah.
and it all kind of went into that. In my opinion, I mean, I don't know them, so.
Piggin Brewing has a beer called Fleetwood Cat.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
I tipped the other girl really well last time to fight her. So
Did that ever happen? Did you ever get punched by Hannah?
No.
she said she was down.
It's coming.
It's gonna probably come at like when you're least
Yeah.
expecting
When you
it.
leave.
Probably.
She's been drinking today too, so it
Let's
could
start
happen.
a pot.
You're gonna come out of the bathroom, bam, right in the jaw.
I'll
Yeah.
throw a 20 in the pot.
Go.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
I'll put my whole day's sales.
Can you call Hannah?
Do you get Hannah?
It's nothing related to you.
Nothing related to you getting punched by her. We swear. But if you can tell her to come down, we got a proposition for her.
If Hannah pledges 3 months worth of
All right. So Zach, you listen to this album constantly, huh? Or this sound constantly?
Well, like this kind of band.
Who
like,
hurt you?
Like,
Who hurt
yeah.
you?
Oh,
hurt you?
God,
so many people.
So many people. No, it's just, like this is one of like the few bands that I've gotten into, like, you know, like you kind of get set in your musical ways. Like I listen to the same bands I listened to when I was in high school.
Okay.
Basically. This is
So
one
you
of the
still
few
listen to bad
bands-
music?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I've always listened to.
Blink 182.
Yeah. Oh God, but not good new Blink way too. Like they've even like they need to stop.
Wow, that's saying Zach saying that is saying a lot.
On Untapped, this says for the flavor profile, clean, light-bodied, and lime. Are you guys getting lime at all?
I'm
No,
getting
not gonna lie,
I'm
but
getting so much light body.
Yeah, so much light body, but not a lot of
Oh
lime.
man.
you're getting so much light body, you get no
Oh.
body.
That was my nickname in high school.
Like,
I had a
I-
light
I-
body wheeze.
I put it in my mouth, and then the body just starts to float up towards the roof of my mouth.
try
It's
it?
so light. This is one of the few bands
Tom, we've made out now.
that I've gotten into in the recent years
I think it's the first
are
time.
like new bands
Okay.
or quote unquote new bands. They, you know, they.
It's a
What was the
citrusy
last?
flavor
When
at
did you
the
say
end.
the last album was?
It's very light,
2016.
So
It's very subtle.
Not
like,
really
just
new,
a little
but-
tiny bit of citrusy.
this is just
Okay,
what I
why
like
would
to
you say
kind
that?
of sound like.
Swishing it around, yeah, a little bit.
I've
Very
tended to
subtle.
gravitate towards.
Listen, don't sit there and laugh because they're having a separate conversation. Your
Yeah,
kids
sorry.
scream through the back of your fucking podcast constantly.
Yeah.
So you
No,
can't laugh at him. You can't give them shit.
No, it's not so much that like everybody should talk. Like
Yeah.
we should have to be doing 3 different podcasts at
Yeah.
one time. I just lost my train of thought.
Go upstairs, grab the last person who bought a record from you, tell them to come down.
Tell them
talk about the record that they
That's
got.
what we're talking
Tell
about.
them they now
We're the new co-hosts.
they're now
Yes.
running a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of customers upstairs, the dude Steve who was at the bar actually said about this album. This album and this band in general is an album for people who don't get laid. Yeah. Which
I will-
as soon as he said that, I'm like, oh my god, that's pretty fucking accurate.
I will say though, when I walked in, there was one guy sitting at the table next to us
Uh-huh.
who was like, "Oh, this is who pointed out to the people
Yeah.
at his table who it was." And then there was a guy who asked you who
Yes,
it
who
was.
asked
Like,
what it was
so
doing.
the
Yeah.
people were like,
No, people were
bunch
digging
of,
it.
bunch
Yeah.
of people not getting laid.
A lot of
upstairs.
people. Well, they also look like they were married with kids. So the
Mhm.
fact of the matter is no,
So
they're probably not getting laid.
Yeah,
I will.
So-
I will say
because
this.
they haven't pledged 3 months worth of customer support.
Dude, listen. We're man, that's taking it too far. We've
I'm not-
guaranteed a date with Megan, not getting laid.
I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but like if
she
you
will sit across the table and begrudgingly listen to you talk about your shit.
yeah, like,
Yes.
what if, like I'm just saying there's potential.
Maybe just a fucking.
Just a tip, just for a bit, just to see how it feels.
Man,
I mean, a little bit of ouch on my hair. You know what I'm saying? Just
you know what? I'm not getting behind this one here. I'm just going for the date. We're not.
I just,
We're
but if you pledge 3 months, you could get behind.
I just met her today. I like literally am very uncomfortable
Yeah.
thinking about what's going on. But the quote you said, what was? Can you read that quote again for me?
This album and this band is for people who don't get laid.
and that unfortunately speaks to me. Because what made me latch on to this band when I initially first heard them was I had to look up. I knew they were from the Philly area,
Not originally though, so I kind of call bullshit on that.
but I had to look up. I knew they went to college.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of bands where they're from this area, but really they're
Like Alice Cooper, who was actually from Arizona, but they say he's from Detroit.
Yeah.
Because he originally grew up in Detroit, but then developed a lung issue, so his family moved to Arizona. That's actually where Alice Cooper's from.
Yes, exactly like Alice.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly like Alice
This is exactly like Alice Cooper.
Yeah, I was just
But they
thinking,
say he's from Detroit.
I was just thinking like a typical Alice Cooper situation.
Absolutely.
I was just thinking, like, I remember
His name was Vince too, by the way.
I remember when I was in school, there was a guy. I'm like, "Oh, where are you from?" When I was in college, there was a guy. I'm like, "Oh, where are you from?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm from Philly." And then he told me where he lived, and I'm like, "Oh, that's Ben Salem."
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's bullshit.
By the way, Paul, thoughts on Alice Cooper opening
Opening for My Chemical
My
Romance.
Chemical Romance and Citizen Bank Park?
Okay, so here's the thing. It actually makes if you look into the history of Alice Cooper, it makes total sense. Alice Cooper is not like and for the most part, he's even though I know like fairly recently he got somewhat problematic or whatever from some statements he made. So I don't even think we're that bad as statements, but like.
Don't be problematic yourself.
No, I'm just saying. Like, yeah.
I was just saying.
If you look at the history of Alice Cooper and ultimately what Alice Cooper set out to do, it actually makes total sense that he would be playing with My Chemical Romance.
No,
Look at that stiff peak.
Yeah, that's what it is.
It's like fucking
You
looking at my
can't
right.
really see it.
no, it's not so much that it.
Do not spill that on my laptop.
It's not so much that it doesn't make sense that they're together, but I
And honestly,
it sounds strange that like
that Alice Cooper is the one
opening.
No. That makes total sense.
Are we saying that today, like My Chemical Romance is
Bigger than Alice Cooper? Yes.
I guess.
Have you
Yes.
seen the lineup for like they're doing?
Oh, I'm gonna go see the East Rutherford show.
I think like they're playing with so many weird fucking bands.
Yeah.
They're playing
I
out
think
in
Death Cab is
Seattle.
opening for them in
Okay.
They're playing out in Seattle. I believe it's Seattle with Violent Femmes.
Okay.
They're playing with Pixies. They're playing with Evanescence.
Okay.
They're playing with Devo at one point. Like they're playing with a lot of weird different opening acts.
I'm not a real like My Chemical
No, you're
Romance
not.
fan, so I can
You
really
thought
kinda
you
go-
thought Dejan Tendu was
I
My
may-
Chemical Romance.
I
I did, but yeah.
I'm a three Cheers for Sweet Revenge fan. I'm not a My Chemical Romance fan. At the end of the day, like if I never
Are they
hear
the Black Parade band?
Yeah.
Okay.
if I never hear the song "Welcome to the Black Parade" again
Okay.
in my life,
Well, they're like fairly local, right? They have
They're
those
from
sometimes.
Jersey.
Okay, all right. Our brother Mike wanted to be on this podcast, but apparently was feeling a little bit under the weather. Which honestly, is probably better that he's not, because then Kylie would have had an issue.
Yeah.
You know, and notice how like he's like,
Friend of the podcast,
Kylie, yeah, Kylie. Do we all feel the same about Kylie? Like,
it sucks, right?
yeah, Kylie.
That's so good. That was good.
That was really good. That was really good. All right. So anyway, Michael.
Aren't you, Kylie?
Yeah.
Aren't you from over there?
So Mike actually jumps segments in his thoughts here, but
Wait, I'm sorry. I have about a month now to smooth those.
yes, you have about a month to smooth this out.
Smooth
Yes.
those.
All right, so he said, feel free to share my thoughts. He jumps segments and says, my least favorite song. It seems unfair to board a podcast audience by listing all 12 tracks. His favorite track on the album, the black part after the last track and before the label on the record. So the Dead Wax is Mike's favorite track, which, Mike, you obviously did not listen to this record because this is an olive green vinyl. But he said the best thing yeah, it's olive green.
Oh.
The best thing I have to
You're
say.
jumping segments, Zach.
I know.
You just said it.
No, but it's fine. I could say it's my.
Paul's pictures
Thank you.
on the
You
logo.
see that fucking logo?
Yeah,
Whose
you
face
see
is
that? That's Paul.
Yeah.
Or Michael
asshole.
Stipe.
Yes. Nice. The best thing I have to say about this album is that I can guarantee that no one will ever hear of a controversy about this band using auto-tune, as they don't know how to use manual tune for the vocals or the instruments. What I would really like to know is
We all can't be Rush, Mike.
Yes. What he would really like to know is which of you two fucking assholes dares to write this album on a piece of paper and disgrace the box of Mike and put it in its context.
I can't think of an album more that I can't imagine Mike being into though. Like,
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. This is definitely not in Mike's
like
wheelhouse whatsoever.
if you had seen what his hair looked like before he cut it, this is not an album that like,
No.
Although Mike
not.
also did have some colorful things to say about Des Stills, or whatever.
Deja Still.
Des Stills, the White Stripes album cover in season
that
1.
wasn't a very good album either. So
Yeah.
I think I was trying to make a point earlier. I think we got sidetracked talking probably about how
9/11?
Kylie sucks or 9/11 Kermit.
#9. Never forget.
The only reason I know
so much editing I have to do on this episode. So much editing.
the only reason I know this band went to Drexel and met at Drexel is because I had to look up where they went to college because
They both didn't go to Drexel. One guy went to Drexel. The other went to Chestnut Hill College.
oh well, I saw it.
Yeah. And they're originally from Maryland.
I needed to confirm that they didn't go to Westchester at the same time I went to Westchester.
Because Westchester's like the greatest fucking place in the world.
No,
it's like a
it's
fucking
just-
haven. Everybody wants to go to Westchester.
It's a mecca.
A lot of it is Mecca
It's
for
not a Mecca.
it's nonsense.
It's not. It's a Mecca.
It's a
for nothing.
nonsense Mecca.
Okay.
That's hashtag nonsense Mecca.
I was in my punk band in high school.
You know what? Westchester's just a big hot mess.
No, good mess.
Uh,
You're close.
fuck you guys. I like you guys.
Hashtag listen to the good mess.
Isn't Hot Mess a Sabrina Carpenter song? Like I'm sure there's a Sabrina.
Yeah, I mean,
Carpenter
there's
song.
probably
Do your latest Juno move. Come on, do it.
What?
You guys don't know the Juno moves? Dude, you got to fucking go on TikTok and look up Sabrina Carpenter Juno. Newest Juno move.
Juno.
You guys don't know about this?
So
Oh my
limited.
god.
I-
Oh my god.
It's insane that I even know her name.
Oh, just
Let alone anything else.
just look up Sabrina Carpenter Juno.
All right, you do that one.
All right, or the new Juno move. Just Jesus Christ.
But a lot of these songs, especially, and without spoiling segments further in the show, the first 4 songs on this album,
Mm-hmm.
are my college experience.
Juno.
Yeah.
Like
Juno,
Okay.
like the movie.
And that's what made me. And she get pregnant.
No. It's better to look it up on TikTok.
Oh,
Just
man.
trust me about
The
it.
new Juno move is Michael Cera getting you pregnant.
I don't have TikTok.
Wow, what is wrong with you? I'm sorry, but go on. The first 4 songs on this.
Especially the first 4 songs are like my college experience. Like,
Okay.
Like I needed to look up where they went to college because if you had told me that they were in the same basements and house parties in Westchester that I was at,
Okay.
I would believe you because they basically are singing about, and maybe it's me like what at this point 15 years
Uh-huh.
past like that time, like
Oh.
reminiscing.
Oh, it's flexible that one.
So yes.
Sorry.
I know you got
Podcast-
distracted, but I'm
Podcast
gonna
is over.
I'm gonna keep talking here.
Where's the bathroom?
Right over there.
Oh shit! Where's the nearest corner?
Jesus.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah. But yeah.
I'll see them all. That's not even a good one. Wait till she's wearing the wait till she's wearing the red outfit.
But at any rate,
Hey,
Yes.
Detroit, where Alice
I was
Cooper
from. Yes,
Oh.
yes. So at any rate, yes. First 4 songs on this album are actually pretty. I think it's actually a pretty solid start to this album. The middle gets a little like for me, and the ending's not bad. But I don't want to jump segments. But overall, it's definitely it ebbs and flows. This album. It's not at any rate whatsoever a bad album. There's things I like about it more than others. I will say that the songs I feel are pretty well written. Even though they're deliberately going for that, that sound, it's almost like, hey, we're going to do an emo album, but with an acoustic guitar, which is kind of like, just come on, man. Not everybody can be Dashboard Confessional.
What does your hat say?
I don't know. Risk it for the brisket?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, risk it for the
You
brisket.
know what I could do without?
What
on
could
the
you do
album?
without?
Is all the instances throughout the album lyrically where they're like they have like like someone would be like, yeah, like in the background. You know what I mean? Like they do that a lot.
It's that style, though. It's that style there. It's like, the whole, like, oh, yeah, that was the day we were supposed to hang out and your friends ditched you.
And
Oh,
it's,
yeah, about
yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
I
It's like,
could
yeah,
do with
no,
that.
it's,
But,
you
like,
know.
I don't feel like that's, like, prevalent so much throughout, like, other bands that are similar. Like it seems like a very modern baseball thing. Like,
Okay. Kind of like the aside, you like breaking the fourth wall type of feel for music.
I could do without it, and
Okay.
like there's also like this is a band that makes me feel old, or like overall, not even specifically this album, but like this is the first band I could think of where I listen to where they're mentioning like emails and Twitter, Instagram,
iPads, or iPhones.
They have a song called Chloe, where like
on this album?
No,
Okay.
It's where the E is a 3, I think, and the O is an @ symbol, and it's like a Twitter handle.
Ah, okay.
And like it's basically a song about like following this girl on Twitter, and it's kind of like I get that like people are going to sing about. Like,
wait, can I pause you for a second? Like, I was just about to start talking shit, saying it's been a while since Megan's come on. I'm not even gonna lie. I was legitimately about
All
to.
they can see is your arm now.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, look, Megan's joining us. Megan, how do you feel about this this modern baseball album?
I'm so glad you asked.
What is the Gen Z perspective?
Chloe,
feel
by the
about
way,
this
is
album?
on their 2012 release, Sports.
So I'm going to say this real quick. One of the things about this album that I will definitely say is that this is not a bad album. I don't mind this album. I will not be seeking out more modern baseball just based on this album. Again, it falls into that whole same genre of like, you know what I mean? What's up, Tom? How you doing?
I meant to tell you before that I think from now on, whenever Megan gives her Gen Z perspective, her rating should be in a number between a traditional scale of 1 to 21 pilots.
Yeah.
Like how
That's
many
pretty
pilots
good.
would you give?
That's
this
actually
album?
really good. You know what? You might have to go back and refilm the ones you've already done
That's
to give us
so
your
much
special.
effort.
You're gonna spend so much time in your
How
car.
about I just say we're gonna readjust the rating scale moving forward?
No, I'll edit it together. We're gonna need separate segments, and I'll put it together. Yeah, it's gonna have to happen.
You're getting paid.
That is so
I
good,
am?
Tom. That is so good.
I'm always going to figure out how
I mean, we're gonna get paid.
I mean, I'm being paid by my wonderful employer.
You're
There
getting
you go.
like letting me
Someone's-
talk on podcasts
someone's
right now.
paying
because
us
nobody's
$30
upstairs.
to date you.
Yes, exactly. And
Yeah, I
apparently,
don't think I'm getting paid.
Adam's offering a little bit more.
No.
We'll talk about that later.
Only
Excuse you.
only if she likes them. I'm not saying it's a definite. They gotta woo you. They can't just show up and expect it. They gotta fucking put a little bit of effort
For
in.
the record, Zach and I are not comfortable with this suggestion.
Oh,
it's,
good.
it's all
See,
it's all Adam.
I told
it
you
wasn't-
earlier, Zach's my favorite because he's actually nice to me so far.
Zach doesn't count.
Yeah, he's sleeping most of the time.
Yeah.
So anyway, I do like that idea. We got to adjust that
can't be
the
mean if you
1 to
sleep in.
21
1 to
Pirates rating.
21
but hey, go on. What are your
And now I
feelings
had
on
to
this
do
album?
conversion math and shit.
Did you legit listen to this?
Yes.
Okay,
I
continue.
had it on like all day today, and I had
And
Paul play it twice
Paul,
while we were working.
Paul
upstairs.
fucking had it today.
Yeah, man, now, so I had a handful of nosy kids this week that I was listening to episodes of the podcast on my lunch in my classroom. Obviously, the door's closed
Is there a
because
dog
I'm
upstairs?
probably.
Okay.
There's no dogs allowed though.
I hear like a.
Yep, it's probably Django. That's Hannah's dog.
Cool.
So I had a handful of nosy kids.
Is
They
he unchained?
Is he unchained?
no, like Django Fett
Oh,
That's racist.
from Star Wars.
No,
we're talking
no,
about- we're talking
Django
about-
Unchained isn't racist.
We're talking about the Django.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
The D is silent.
yeah, that's
it's not so. It's a dog.
No.
so
The dog, yeah.
much.
Silent T for you, Adam.
So much editing I have to do in this episode.
Tom, you need a fucking mic on you at all times. I just want
So
everyone to
much
know that if no one heard it, Tom just went, I got a silent D for you.
Man, if it's silent, they got pills for that, buddy.
Yeah. Hashtag blue chew.
We're not not sponsored by them yet.
No. Yeah, give it time.
Start giving them free ads, and then
Yes.
they might be like, "Hey guys, thanks." No, but at that point they'll be like, hey.
No, you don't give it up for free. You
No.
charge for it, like we're doing for Megan.
Exactly.
Christ.
This really quickly became a Megan's students can't listen to this episode.
No, and that's the point I was getting to. I was listening to it on my lunch in my class. Well,
I don't
kids
even
came
remember
up for
what
the
album
next
we're doing.
class and just opened the door while it's not because their class is about to start, but the bell didn't ring yet. I'm like,
You gotta lock,
okay, friends.
You gotta lock that door.
That's not how this is going to work. You're going to need to knock first so
Question,
that I
do you-
can hit pause
Do you,
on what I'm listening to because my friends don't have a filter.
do you call your students friends?
In like a listen, you're almost an adult enough I can have a full conversation with you, but you're also like not a whole human yet. Your brain's not fully cooked. So
Whenever you're listening to the podcast at work, you should probably like hang a tie on the door or something. Yeah.
I told them like, hey, the bell didn't ring yet. Technically, you're not supposed to be here yet. Just knock.
The bell
And I
didn't
can
ring.
hit
I'm on my
pause.
fucking free time. This is my
Yeah.
lunch, assholes. Is what she said in her head.
That's
but
not
to the
what I
students.
said. I went, oh
You should
shit,
just-
let me hit pause real quick. They're going to walk in here and the guys are going to say something that children should not be hearing, especially while I'm at work.
Yeah.
Make sure to play this one at work because we talked about Kermit causing 9/11.
Oh, good
Don't you
lord.
work at a Catholic school too?
No, I used to.
Oh, okay. I was like, I thought
Yeah.
you did. That'd be
No,
worse.
I work at a public school. But then I told them I'm listening to a podcast that my friends run, and they don't have filters, so I need to hit pause before. Well, miss, what's it called? You go ahead and like.
And you
Google
hand them a
that one.
sticker for the
No.
Country Hipster
No,
podcast.
you guys can go discover
listener
that
boost.
yourselves on your own time. I'm not going to do it. But then I had to close Spotify. So, are the first two words of this podcast the country something?
Nice. I like it. We're reaching the youth of today.
This is the same kid that made fun of me for my lack of seasoning on what I was having for lunch, and
Okay.
then complained about how hard the test was.
Okay.
You do seem very white.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna say anything,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So modern baseball.
Like,
Come here, Pop. Come on.
this is the best thing that's ever happened.
Come here. This is not our first dog on
I'm
the
gonna fuck
country.
off. He's ours now.
Yeah. Come here, girl. Hey, just don't hit my. Oh no! Oh yeah, that's the most action he's gotten in months.
What's up, puppy?
So much. Oh, there it is. There it is.
There's Django. Sweet as heart.
Yes.
Hello.
Come here. Ooh. Yes. Come on. No.
Django, what do you think about modern baseball?
We're actually more interested in what you have to say about it than Megan does.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry. Go on. What were you saying, Megan?
So, my initial thought was, dude's got a weird voice.
Yes.
And he kind of sounds like Tom DeLonge, but a little bit less nasal. And I did say these exact words to a customer upstairs who was really enjoying modern baseball while we were playing it earlier.
Did you ever do
And
nasal
you-
on the first date? I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
It was a walk off. That was good. That was actually a really good walk off. So happy.
So,
There we go.
you guys are weird. So they are 100% inspired by Blink-182 and Third Eye Blind. Those were the two not 21 Pilots.
See, I never feel like Third Eye Blind is grouped in like in the same, even like realm as like
It
that
wasn't-
early 2000s, early 90s pop punk. But like you see, them,
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't put them as like I'd put them as like late '90s, early 2000s, like alternative.
yeah, but like
But this veers into alternative. This isn't an emo pop. This definitely is not pop punk. I would not justify this album at all as pop punk. And like I said, it's that subgenre of emo. The on Wide Awake, it's emo subgenre that I've created. But I don't necessarily agree with what Megan's saying by putting them with Third Eye Blind. But
You guys go to
Welcome
this
back.
bar too?
But
Jesus.
I can see the statement. You know what I mean? It's like just because I don't agree with it doesn't mean I don't understand it, and I think it's a legitimate statement. It's just I wouldn't put those two together.
It was just particular songs, and like I was driving while I was listening to it, so I can't even come up with which exact tracks it was. But there were certain songs that had like that never
You
let
drive
me
a
go
1992 Honda Civic? It doesn't have the track. It doesn't have a fucking touchscreen.
Not everybody has.
So when you're fighting through traffic because the Philadelphia Marathon's happening.
Oh, that was this. Yeah,
It was today.
this was a month ago.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
did happen a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's now the day after Christmas. Just so you know.
Oh, great. I
Which,
forgot I
by
hopped
the
in
way,
DeLorean. Oops.
maybe before we recorded, someone could have told me that.
You were sleeping. It didn't matter if we told you or not.
I didn't know.
So
either.
I'm saying, go on, Megan.
Yeah, I really like the line about no amount of aspirin or pizza can fix this. It's very, very relatable. I enjoy that. The old gospel choir kind of starts out very, very similar to Boxcar Racers' There Is. The beginning of one of their songs sounds like Boxcar Racer.
I like, if I remember, is the old gospel the one where it's like I'm kind of like attacked, but in the sense that I'm a prick and not sharp or something like that?
It's the one that starts out with the drums.
Yeah, it says something about about a tombstone, and on the back it said something like,
Oh yeah, that is the one about a tombstone, which I thought was stupid because, like, in my opinion, it's like you pick like a couple catchphrases or a couple catchwords to like be cool.
yeah.
Oh, let's think about a tombstone in a graveyard. Call it an old gospel.
Honestly,
like that kind of annoyed me.
I'm super surprised that Paul isn't trashing this album
Yeah,
entirely. I thought this was going to be one of those albums that you were going to trash.
Okay.
Megan, how old are you?
27.
I'm
Too young for
surprised. No, I'm surprised. Even
And
27.
and what's
is,
your sign?
Virgo?
Virgo.
I'm surprised
Yeah.
even
What time of the
27.
day were you born?
I don't know.
I'm surprised even somebody 27 is able to pick out a boxcar racer. I'm surprised even even at 27. I'm surprised like they're able to make a boxcar racer. Like
The only reason she
I
knows
have-
Boxcar Racer is because I made her listen to
Oh,
Boxcar
I have-
Racer.
Yes.
oh okay.
That was
Yeah.
the season one.
Yeah, this Boxcar Racer was on season 1. So
Because
that's
I
why she
wonder
knows it.
I wonder what the reach of boxcar racer is.
No.
Um,
It's not
Like,
wide because I know
I-
people who are Blink 182.
I think
fans
you
who
need
have
to
no
be
idea who
between
Boxcar Racer
12 and 16 in a specific year
is. Yeah.
to have any like to naturally know who
Yeah.
boxcar racer is.
Have they even let you get through your thoughts?
No, they
No,
haven't.
we
Okay.
haven't.
All right.
No.
No.
Go on.
We were talking about her sign and.
Um,
But we digress.
Yeah, that particular track starts out with the drums, and obviously there's only so many drum riffs that exist. There's probably less of those than there are musical riffs, but
Sorry
I
about
did
that.
notice that they were very, very similar.
Ed
Drums are
Sheeran.
unimportant.
Ed
Go on.
Sheeran taught
The
us
fact that there's new music ever nowadays is crazy because there's been music for
a million years.
But that there's new music. Why would that be? why
because
would
there's
that be-
only so many combinations of notes.
So what? It still doesn't mean you like you don't stop, right? I mean, there's ultimate.
No, I'm just
Guys,
no,
I
there's
hear
only
that.
there's only so many combinations, but technically, when you think about it, a scale, only has 8 notes on it, right?
Yeah.
So
I
I'm
hear,
just saying,
you know.
I'm, like
I hear
the
that dog
fact
upstairs, and I
yeah.
bet she's being adorable.
yeah, probably.
The
Yes,
fact
Jay
that
goes
people
the
are
best.
finding new ways to combine notes is crazy to me.
And sometimes it's good, sometimes it's Led Zeppelin. It's fine.
Did you ever see that video where it's John Mayer talking about how he writes songs? And he walks into the room and Martin Starr's like, I made up a new chord for you. It's called M for Mayer.
No, no, I haven't.
It's great.
Okay.
We digress, Megan.
Your Graduation was apparently already on my liked songs playlist. I was pleasantly surprised when I recognized that one. I was also surprised that it was only a half hour long.
37 minutes. Yeah, it's a short guy.
It is a short cut.
No,
yeah.
it's 29.
37 minutes, 29 minutes.
Is it?
It
Really?
is 29
what,
minutes.
What version were you guys listening to?
Because, and I know that because the first couple songs seemed so short that I went to go look at how long are these.
31
It wouldn't
minutes,
tell
excuse me. 12 songs, 31 minutes.
Okay.
Fuck you,
I
buddy.
don't know. It showed up
I
as
got-
29 when I pulled it up.
Hashtag iTunes.
Oh well, there must be an extra 2 minutes on iTunes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is 2 minutes more than anybody gets with you.
It's
Yep.
true.
Um,
It's small, but it's fierce.
Okay.
yeah, I wasn't sure if the couple tracks
Thank God
felt
the child
short
was upstairs.
because I wasn't sure if it felt short because in comparison to so many other things that you guys have made me listen to that were super long, it just was a normal length track comparatively.
Okay.
But they felt like they were short, and I would really like to spend time actually picking apart all the lyrics and figuring out what everything means because they have a handful of lines that I thought were interesting.
Yeah, so I could definitely see that, like with you, like like it's just knowing you and knowing your personality. I could definitely see you getting into the lyrics of this album. I personally think the lyrics of this album aren't really that special to me. They don't really stand out. There's a couple cool lines, but like for me, it's just kind of like it almost falls into that that December is bullshit fucking college fucking talk that I'm not interested in.
Decemberists are a different. Like,
no, they are. The Decemberists are like the doctrine of indie rock, whereas like these guys are like we're gonna like just get our bachelors and that's it.
They have like an associate.
Exactly. No, they're more than associates, but like you know what I mean. They're like we're gonna get our bachelors in like fine arts, whereas like like the Decemberists are like a doctorate, but it's still in that like we're gonna try to sound smarter.
Let me put it this way, and it relates to the dog's back.
Dog's back, puppy's back. Yeah.
It relates to what I was saying earlier about how I related to the lyrics. The Decemberists are like if you're at a college, the Decemberists are. It's hard when there's a dog here. The Decemberists are the professors.
Yes.
And modern baseball is that guy that's in the basement that you don't know why he's at that party.
No.
Modern baseball.
The Decemberists are the professors, whereas modern baseball are the teaching assistants. Mm-hmm. They're the TAs.
Sorry.
But I think it's key that they show up to that party.
That is, they definitely.
Why are you here?
Well, overall Gen Z rating on the out of 10 scale.
No.
Is 8.5. Now
Okay,
we gotta do some math now.
8.5. That's like 15 pilots.
That's like 15 pilots.
Yeah.
It's more than that.
Is it more than that? Yeah.
Tom knows the conversion.
We're
rate.
like 17 pilots.
Yeah, 17 and a half pilots.
Wait, how do you know a fucking formula?
It's,
it really is. That's pretty.
17.85 pilots.
How do you know a formula?
Wait, did you just ask her?
Yeah, like she's just like, I'm
I
going to
did
play this fucking
8.5
formula.
divided by 10 times 21.
Fuck math.
Okay.
I can barely read, let alone
Makes
numbers.
That's like the minimal amount of math that I'm able to do. On that note, do you guys need any more?
I was going to say, my glass has been empty for about 45 minutes.
Wow.
Because I got down here and you guys had me start talking.
I should probably do that for you.
Can I have another? Yeah, can I have another one?
You fucking guys. This is the worst. This is the worst.
No, this is fun.
No, it is fun. This
This
is
is how
fun.
podcasts go.
Yes.
Two Pilsner, bitter, fitter, freckles. Yeah.
Thank
This
you.
is like this is like the high fidelity episode of Summer Movie Club, where it's like the longest episode that we fucking had.
No, we've had almost a 4-hour episode.
Oh,
No, but like we went fucking off on that. Zach actually
we
gets
did.
to talk in this episode.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a fun thing. I made a list on Letterboxd. Are you familiar with Letterboxd?
Letterbox? No.
It's a movie, like you can log movies. So like, think of Untap.
It's like Untap but for
Yeah.
movies. Okay.
And I subscribe to it. I pay money for it. You don't have to,
Okay.
but I do
Right.
to get extra benefits. And I made a list of all.
You
this-
always pay for extra benefits, don't you?
I always.
I know. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. They don't judge you.
Just
It's fine.
fingers in places that you don't get for free.
Hey, listen. You know what? Just as long as you don't turn into the Green River Strangler, I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Fingers in every pie is what I
Oh, jeez.
think. So I made a letterbox list of all the movies that me.
You know what's funny? You never know what you're going to find when you open up Letterbox tomorrow.
From the podcast.
Little Bird told me everything I want to know. He's my best friend. He's my best friend. He's a sparrow.
He's a sparrow.
What? Oh.
I don't know what we're doing.
He lives in a bird. He lives in a birdhouse.
In my soul.
Thank you, Megan.
Anyway, go on. Letterbox.
I made a list of all the movies me and
Oh.
have covered,
Okay.
and we had always talked about who is the best friend of the podcast, who is the actor.
Who's been on the podcast? Who's
On yours? I have no fucking idea.
Well, we didn't either, but just yesterday
they
revealed Letterboxd. They're like, oh, now you can look at stats if you are a subscriber to your list. And one of the stats is who is the
like your BFF.
And one is a incredibly well-known actor. And then one is someone that you would never expect. One of them is you.
Oh, okay, nice.
It's you.
I've only done a few movies, but okay.
You're in 7 of the movies we covered.
Okay.
And they only appear at 2:00 in the morning on
Showtime.
One of them was Tom Hanks.
Okay.
We did 7 Tom Hanks movies. And then also with 7, Also, there's a third one that.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What?
What?
7. What's in the box?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Prince song.
John Ratzenberger.
Oh, so you guys like a lot of Pixar shit.
But also, I thought that, and then I looked at the list.
Empire Strikes Back.
Empire Strikes Back. He was in Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Also, it turns out it only listed as 6, but Wallace Shawn also.
I don't know who that is.
You'll know him if you see him.
Wallace
Yeah,
Shawn.
you know him if you see him. Yeah, he's like one of the most amazing
He's
character actors ever.
the guy from Princess Bride.
Right. It's the city.
Okay.
Inconceivable.
I didn't know his name.
Who is he in?
He was in Clueless.
Yeah.
He wasn't Clueless.
Who is he in Toy Story? Because he's in Toy Story.
He's the fucking he's the dinosaur.
Is he? Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Right.
the dinosaur.
So he was in all 4 of the, and then he was in Princess Bride.
We shouldn't have covered. We shouldn't have covered all the Toy Story movies because it's just fucking up our numbers.
It is fucking up our numbers.
Paul, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Zach and I like this album.
Uh-huh.
You, surprisingly,
Yeah, I do like this
Don't-
album. I'm
don't
actually
mind this
surprised you
album.
thought that I would shit on this album.
No, it seems like
I don't
exactly
think,
like.
I don't think you guys get my musical taste.
I
know.
I really don't because
don't.
I just I listen to it and like I struggle a little bit with the whininess of the vocals at times.
Like I said, there are bands that of this style that I do like, and but it's in doses. I couldn't listen to this all the time. I really couldn't. It's
Yeah.
just kind of like I got to be in the mood for this, or if it happens to come on and I can deal with it at that moment, perfect. But yeah, no, I like this album. But again, I don't like this album enough that I want to look into
Hey, Jim.
more modern baseball.
Jim, you want to be on the podcast?
We already talked about this. He's working on it. He's got stuff. He's doing stuff. He's doing stuff.
Does Jim have a listener suggested album? Jim, what's your favorite album?
Animals by Pink Floyd.
We did that last week.
Man, we
God
covered that
damn it.
last week. Come on, Jim.
Or actually, a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was about a month.
If you guys didn't hear that, it was Pink Floyd by Animals is Jim's favorite album. Jim is also the brewer here at Naked Brewing. He's doing a lot of stuff. He's running back and forth in and out of the storage closet. Jim and everyone here at Naked Brewing, thank you so much for letting us do this here. And
I didn't know Jim was the brewer.
Yeah, he's the brewer.
Jim makes some good fucking
he makes
beer.
some amazing fucking beer.
Yeah.
So, at any rate, go on. What were you
All right,
saying there?
So we know how we feel about the album. We know how Megan now feels about the album, reluctantly.
Yes.
How does that Sweet Baby Angel about an hour away from us?
Can we just say it's not her fault? It was reluctantly. It's like you guys kept fucking cutting her off.
Yeah,
You
I
didn't even let her get a word in edgewise.
She
I mean,
kept
neither did
saying
I.
things that made me think about
Yeah,
things.
she kept saying things. She kept not filling my glass.
Oh, she's a girl, and it kind of set my head in a
Well,
different like way.
she
Is that
needs
what you're
to-
saying? Are you going to be the one who puts the $30 per month out?
Yep.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is.
Maybe. Play your cards. Play your cards right, Megan.
I subscribe to enough things.
So,
Zach's paying for
What's
2
it- what's it-
Netflix subscriptions. What's
Yeah.
another $30?
What's another $30?
wait, really?
He's not.
No,
Oh, I was going to say, like, why would you do that?
That's just for the jokes. Just for the laughs.
Oh,
Paul.
just relax. Okay.
What is that
I am
sweet?
paying for 2 Spotify's.
Why?
Because
Just get the fucking family plan.
I got Michael a thing for.
Oh, okay.
That's
first-
dumb. Just get a family plan
What
and put
is-
them on it.
What is that Sweet Baby Angel?
I should do that.
What is that Sweet Baby Angel soon to be big sister think of this album?
Soon to be big sister in
Does
less
she have
than a
Big
month from
Sister
now.
shirt?
She doesn't. But you didn't. You do you not follow me on Instagram too? Jesus
No one follows
Christ!
you on Instagram, Paul.
Oh, there.
Paul, you actually don't have an Instagram?
I do. I
It's
have
just-
the Country Hipster Podcast Instagram. I have the Outsole Record Garage Instagram. And if you want to follow my personal
right.
Instagram,
It's like
it's HPaul3.
It's like The Office where like someone says like we just opened like Ryan says like Creed wanted to get on Twitter,
Uh-huh.
so he just opened up a Word document and let Creed go. That's what Katie did for you.
Like Apollo Creed.
Yeah. Katie just opened up a Word document and just lets you post whatever the fuck you want on there.
Katie is so like social media like not savvy that
Illiterate.
like that is totally like not the thing whatsoever.
You're actual illiterate and she's social media illiterate.
When it comes to that, yes.
That's fine.
So here's what I will say. Okay, so number one, let's give credit where credit is due. Before Zach fell asleep all those months ago on the podcast.
Wait, who won the election?
We're not a political podcast. We're not talking about that. But before Zach fell asleep all those months ago on the podcast, he came up with a really, really cool idea.
Yeah, this was
actually
I
your
listened
idea.
back to it. I'm pretty sure it was my idea.
No, he's the one that you should do this.
Well, let's give credit to Adam because whatever you're about to tell me is going to be news to me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, Jesus Christ! The Regina factor was your idea, where you said we should sit there and
Was
talk
it?
about. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It really was. You
Well,
go back
that
and listen to
episode?
Take It Back episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were super drunk.
Yes. Yeah, you did. You came on with the Regina factor, so I was like, all right, cool. So the Regina factor.
Somebody has a problem.
Can you do that again?
Just, somebody has a problem. Oh, shit.
You're spilling. That's your
I
problem.
have a drinking problem.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
God, yes.
It's like airplane. You just throw the cup next to you.
All right, so at any rate, the Regina factor on this album is a solid like from Regina.
Nice.
Actually. So that brings Adam at 6 likes, 1 dislike. I am done. All my 10
What
albums
was
are
your
done.
dislike?
I forget.
I don't listen to that.
Yeah, obviously, dickhead. I am at 8 likes, 1 dislike, and an indifferent. The listeners are at 2 likes and indifferent. And Tom, the country heartthrob, is at 3 likes so far on his stuff. Zach, you are our special guest today. So what are your top 3?
My top 3. I'm gonna cheat a little bit, honestly, because I have a
That
top
might
2.
explain what happened to your marriage. Just saying.
Oh, no, that was the other.
Oh yeah, it was the other way around. Sorry.
I have a top 2.
Okay.
My number 1.
Sex marriage.
Zach's
Hey. My number 1 with a bullet is Your Graduation.
I thought that was My Chemical Romance.
Yes.
And my number 2 is literally tracks 1 through 4 in a row.
Okay.
I can't tell you which song is which. I like that first 4-song run, and almost I had never heard what's Gospel Choir, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Something like yeah.
Pull up the what the fuck?
What the fuck are you doing?
I don't know. I thought I just pulled up a
Google Doc.
the old Gospel Choir.
Yo, okay.
I had never heard that song before I started listening to the album for this podcast. I like that song, but it also is kind of forgettable at the same time.
We're talking about favorite songs, not least favorite.
I know. I'm not saying it's my least favorite. I like that song,
Okay.
but I'm not willing to include it. I'm not willing to make it a 5-song stretch.
Okay.
But like that, those first 4 songs, I had never listened to this album before, and all 4 of those songs were on my modern baseball playlist on Spotify.
Oh, okay. All right. I got you.
Those first 4 being Fine Great, Broken Cash Machine, Rock Bottom, and Apartment.
Right.
Okay.
And again, all of those songs, especially Apartment, like really, like I could put myself in that place.
You can identify with them.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
But number 1 with a bullet is Your Graduation. That song is
Cool.
I think that's a modern emo like classic.
According to Vulture, it is.
Okay. All right. Adam, top 3?
In no particular order, Fine Great, Rock Bottom, Your Graduation.
Okay.
The Fine Rock Bottom and Your Graduation were the first 2 songs that I was introduced to by Modern Baseball, and then Fine Great was something I was once I started diving deep, fell in love with.
Can I shout out that I love the title "Fine, Comma Great"?
Yeah.
I like the I know what they mean in that title, and I
Okay.
enjoy that.
This is one of those albums, and it's funny you guys say like, oh, we're surprised you're not like shitting all over this album. This is one of those albums, like every time I listen to it, I kind of have a different top 3. You know, because it really is a good album. It's how many tracks? 12 tracks?
12.
And there's really
Somewhere between 29 and 31 minutes, depending.
but like honestly, of the 12 tracks, there's probably there's 2 that I definitely hate. We'll get into that when I get in there. But like maybe another 2 that Stop looking at my notes. Maybe another 2 that I wouldn't consider putting on the top 3 at any given time. But overall, like of the 12 tracks, 8 of them could really ultimately be on a top 3. So like the last time I did this right before we started recording is where I kind of like all right, this is it right now. But if you were to ask me tomorrow, if I were to listen to this again and ask me tomorrow, it might actually change. With the exception of Your Graduation. I agree. Your Graduation is by far the best song on this album.
Plus, you know what I love in a band? A random drummer singing song.
No, so that is actually the part of this song that I hate. I actually wish they didn't have that.
We don't need
But not to the point where like I hated the song. I just don't like the is it the drummer who does that? Yeah, I don't like
second
that.
verse is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
drummer.
I would have rather just let them.
and there ain't no better reason why.
Yeah, it's
the drummer.
but that's the thing. The lyrics are good. I would have actually just rather heard the main singer.
I'm always, when I listen to that song, I'm always disappointed that there's not some sort of bridge or third verse.
Well, that's kind of what the fucking drummer is singing.
Well, no,
part
that's
is,
the second
like a bridge,
verse,
but yeah, but still, yeah. But no, like I said, with the exception of Your Graduation, which I think is the best song on this album, hands down. It's a good song.
Good video too.
I couldn't tell
It's a
you.
good video.
Yeah. Broken Cash Machine is my number 2, and Rock Bottom is my number 3 as of right now. But I got to give an honorable mention to Charlie Blank.
I would say Broken Cash Machine would probably be an honorable mention.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, a lot of good, solid songs, solid written songs. But this is an album that I definitely have to be in the right mood and mindset to come on. If it came on, I'm probably not changing most of the songs. Like one of those deals, like if they were to pop up on like something else, like Spotify, you listen to something and just like random shit starts to come up. I don't know. I'm skipping too many of these songs. I'm probably listening to them. I'm just not necessarily going to put in Modern Baseball and fucking try to listen to Modern Baseball.
I will say, not that I wouldn't put either of the songs in my top 3.
Hey, Paul, since we're over on your end of the table, what's your least favorite?
Wait, you were just saying something before I had to pee.
Yeah, we
I
forgot.
don't remember what that was.
What's your least favorite, Paul?
That was like yesterday.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. My least favorite. So I have a least favorite and a dishonorable mention.
Ooh.
Dishonorable mention first is Timmy Bowers,
Okay.
and also
You said the dishonorable mention is
Timmy Bowers,
Okay.
and also
Oh,
in
I
a
remember
very
that.
similar style. My least favorite is Pothole.
Which closes the album.
I
Closes or second
Yeah.
to last, something like that. So here's my issue with Pothole. Number one, it's not really that great of a song as it is. And I really hate the way they recorded it and purposely, and it has to be done purposely and mixed purposely so you can hear the fucking screeching on him moving. Look at all the shit I'm doing on the fucking guitar. Yes, when you play an acoustic guitar and you move your hands around, sometimes there's some screeching because they're cool. And they seriously fucking amplify that on the recording, and it fucking irks me. And they do the same thing.
Screeching and Play Crack the Sky.
Probably.
I think there is.
Yeah.
And
But
it's just like,
because that's the song I thought of. Like, did you guys do Deja Intendo?
yes, we did.
Play Crack the Sky, the last song on Deja Intendo.
Okay.
I feel like this is Pothole is trying to be that.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's trying. So there are. I'll give you a perfect example of where you hear shit happening on an acoustic guitar where it actually makes sense and is representative of how good the song is and how it's written and played, and not to what you're trying to produce musically. If you ever get your hands on an acoustic sounds, analog productions pressing of Cat Stevens, T-Ford Tillerman.
Luke, I only have Yusef as long.
Same thing. So if you ever but the specific pressing I'm talking about is the acoustic sounds, Cat Stevens before he was Yusef. Yes, yeah. T-Ford Tillerman. If you get a copy that's 200 gram, 45 RPM pressing. 200 gram, 45 RPM pressing, very high end pressing, and you put on Wild World. Wild World.
Oh.
Hey baby, it's a wild world. You know, you can actually literally hear the pick hitting every single fucking string, and for that, it works. You can hear the movement on the acoustic guitar. You can hear all this stuff as if it's like right there in fucking front of you, and it is perfect and beautiful and makes sense in that situation. In this situation, none of that shit makes sense. Same thing with Timmy Bowers. They do the same type of thing in Timmy Bowers. It's like, dude, why are you doing this? Why are you fucking turning? Like, honestly, if they mixed it better to the point where they're not trying to do that, I probably maybe like this song a little bit better. But
I will say I don't particularly like the song Timmy Bowers, but I do like the fact that they have a 2-song set there in the middle, because
honestly, I kept skipping it, so I don't
what is,
really remember the whole thing
was it
about it.
Charlie Black?
Charlie Black.
Charlie Black is good. Oh, well, like two names, like
No,
Timmy
no.
Bauer and Charlie Black.
They're the same. Like there's a theme through.
Oh, is there? Okay.
Can I get another of the Pilsners, please?
I'm
I think they the chorus might be carried over. Like they're
Oh, is it? Okay.
The songs are a pair.
Okay.
I forget exactly what the
pairing is, but there's a pairing.
They are
Okay.
like
Not a banana.
1 and 2.
Yes. Okay.
Which I liked that, like they tried that.
Okay. Which is fine.
I
Which is fine.
I wouldn't say that it was particularly executed the best that it could be.
Right.
But I like that they tried it, and like it's something like, especially with like this kind of band, like these like young kids from
these young kids playing their rock and roll music and their
Playing-
bongo drums
yeah.
with their long hair,
with their hula hoops and
their hula hoops. Yeah,
What's
these
that?
damn kids.
I
What's
can't
the
remember.
thing?
From
It's-
basketball, I can't remember.
It's the hula hoops, and it is from basketball. Like the kids with their hula hoops and their rock and roll music.
So, what would be your least favorite?
Yeah. Least favorite song. You said album.
Yes.
Thank
I
you.
said Adam. What
I
would
thought
be
you
your
said
least favorite
I
Adam?
thought you said album. My least favorite is your dishonorable mention, Timmy Bowers.
Wait, what?
Timmy Bowers.
Timmy Bowers. Okay. All right. Cool.
Wait,
So
do we have just a least favorite or a 3 least favorite?
It's just one least. You have 3 least
You have a
favorites,
least
really?
favorite and 2 dishonorable mentions.
Or just 3 least favorites?
I made a top 3 and a
A bottom 3? Would they really be a bottom 3, or would they? Because we usually go one bottom.
Zach's note just says the old gospel is a nothing.
Oh yeah, that
Wow.
song is a nothing.
But you were just fucking like
No,
praising
I
it.
know. I like it, but like in the scope of it's kind of a nothing.
This
Well,
guy right here.
I don't like
Seriously,
notes.
Corner Troll. Do you get this guy? No, exactly. Thank you.
I don't like notes. I don't like potholes, and I don't like the verses of "Going to Bed Now." I love the choruses of "Going to," but I don't like that kind of like twangy, like kind of
Okay.
like old country kind of sounding verses.
Okay. That's fair.
I think it's kind of like it sounds gimmicky.
Okay.
But once it kicks into the choruses, I'm like locked in with it.
Okay. All right. Cool.
But yeah,
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Okay. Give me that record there, sir. Give me that record. All right. So Discogs value on this guy here. Like I said, I'm pretty sure there's a version of this that just came out in November. But Adam, what you got here when you asked me to get this for you is a 2022 repress. And what's kind of cool is that
There's a lot of represses of this.
Yes.
Or a lot of
Yep.
different color variants of this.
Yes, there are. You have probably the least value one. Not to kill you there.
the
This is
people
a
that
cool
would be
olive green present.
yeah,
Go on.
the people that would be into modern baseball seem like the same kind of people that
That
would.
one colored vinyl,
That would
absolutely
be
yes,
on the vinyl.
and one different variants of the color vinyl,
Yeah.
probably much like Midnight's buy each color variant so they can put it
Yeah.
in frames on their wall so it looks like a clock.
There
Yes.
was a few I was looking at on Discogs before I asked you if it was available for you to get. There was one they referred to as a Coke bottle.
Yeah,
There was I think there's a couple, a blue, a red. Like there's all kinds.
Yeah,
There's
there-
a few different color variants of this.
There
Coke
are.
bottle was interesting to me. I don't know, like that kind of clear but like
yeah, it's
slightly
clear. Yeah,
bluish hue.
yeah.
I keep seeing TikToks about like that shows like they're pressing vinyls
Yeah.
and how they do it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
So I have the
You have a 2022 repress on olive green vinyl. That's really the most significant stuff about it. It's a cool press. It looks cool. Like I just
Yeah.
showed it. It's a pretty cool looking record there. And I like that color green. You know what I mean? Some like green things I don't necessarily like. This is a cool like.
For some reason I thought there was marbling
Are
too.
you aware of Disney's Go Away Green?
No, is this something I care about?
Disney
No.
did research. No, you're not going to care.
Okay. All right.
Disney did research into.
Cash out.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how much longer you got.
Yeah. Like 5 minutes. Is that cool? All right, cool. Yeah, we're actually almost done. So cool.
Disney did research into a color that's psychologically you don't notice.
Oh,
And it's called Go Away Green.
interesting.
And they paint all their stuff like doors to like backstage areas and like.
Oh my God, this is making so much sense. Now I understand why mom and dad called you Go Away Zach as a baby.
Yeah.
So we could just ignore you. And you weren't there.
Is that why I wandered into Woodhaven Road that one time?
Man, you just jumped out of my hand. That wasn't my fault. you're like, fuck you. I don't want to hold your hand. I ain't gay. But at any rate. So, 2022 repressing olive green vinyl. Your very good plus value on this is $19.61. Bringing it to $20.
Which is around what I would have paid for it.
Yeah. So
I don't think you made me pay for this though.
I
You
might
could buy several delicious hot dogs from Naked Brewing.
I think I actually had this listed on the site for like $22.99, brand new factory sealed. You know what I mean? So it's all good. So that brings your Big D value up to $439. You've now eclipsed the listeners at $429. Tom is at $162, and me, with all 10 of my albums, with the biggest D going so far, is at $823.
Not the biggest D of the podcast though, because as we can remember, I broke 1,000.
Okay, can we also talk about that I have this big of a D based on 10 albums and not 25?
Yes.
Can we point that out? Yes, exactly. Yes, we can. So on the 21 Pilots scale, my D is probably like a 19.
Yeah.
So there you go. All right, so grab the box of mic there.
Call Megan so she can do math equations that bewilder you.
There's a book in here.
Yeah, we don't need that book. So Zach, you were asleep last time we did this, so I don't think you got the pick from the Big D. I'm sorry, from the box of mic. So go ahead, dig deep, pick an envelope there for
Pick an envelope.
For an envelope. What the Jesus fucking Christ? There's only like 30 envelopes. Are you gonna open it? Are you gonna open it the right way?
You gotta pull it that way, or else Paul yells.
Yes. If you open envelopes,
You gotta open it from the flap, because if you rip it down the side,
That's how you open an envelope.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's how you open an envelope.
Hey, Megan.
No, I'm on board with this. This is how you open an envelope.
Fuck you guys.
Because if you rip it from the side, you risk ripping the thing that's inside.
Not
the
if you
envelope.
fucking knock it.
Thank you. And they also invented letter openers to open along the
They
flap.
did. It's
It's science.
They invented them.
the hell's wrong with you?
They
That
invented.
doesn't sound like a thing.
Am I reading it or are you?
You can read.
So you can read it. Do you know how to read?
Off with their heads.
Home.
Home.
There you go. Actually, that is going to be next week's episode. This is a listener pick, and this is when the country bartender was only a listener. Tom,
Ooh.
the official bartender.
This is before he got promoted.
This is before he got promoted to official
I
bartender.
was at a thrift store today and I saw an off with their head shirt. I would have bought it for you. I know you liked it.
You're so useless. So
They also had a Metallica shirt. I would have bought that for you too, but I don't.
But you didn't.
Nah.
no, you didn't. So that'll be next week's episode. Off with their heads home. Scheduling, as I said, I'm about to have a baby, so we're kind of rushing through the things. You're not going to be on this episode. Sorry, buddy. You're
That's
off.
fine.
You're off with your head on this episode. And we fuck again. This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
He's committed to the bit.
It's still gonna be fun.
I appreciate that.
We had laughs.
Zach, thank you for coming back
Thanks,
on
guys.
and
Thank
for
you.
staying awake.
yeah,
for this
It's
whole-
great
for
to
this
know
whole
how
episode.
this podcast ends.
Yeah. It is. Megan, thank you for jumping in and bringing us
thank
beers
you,
and bringing a
Megan.
mystery beer.
Yes.
Thank you to Naked Brewing for having us and letting us do this here again.
Thank you to Jim Naked.
Again,
Thank you for Jim. Yes.
Thank you to Fuck I Dropped This.
Yes, thank you for fuck. I dropped this. Thank you to our corner troll Ryan and Tom for his live studio audience banner.
Let's give
Thank
a
you
thank you
guys.
to Django.
Let's give it to Django. Let's give it
Thank
up for
you, everybody.
Django. Django the dog. Thank you for being on.
Unchained, unfettered.
Yes. Jesus Christ, fat. Adam, do you have anything else to say about this album?
Same thing as I always say. Listen and form your own opinions, guys.
All right. On that note, it is time to.